Yeah, this is a bizarre story. It's also very sad. A lot of unanswered questions, but let's talk about what we know. So police say that there were two teenagers shot, one 15 years old, one 17 years old, both deceased. One was located on the front porch of a home, but that home had nothing to do with the shooting. And then the other victim was located in a backyard behind that house. Police trying to figure out exactly what led up to this, but what's interesting is that they're telling the media that no one is at danger. No one's in danger right now. No one's at risk. There's no risk to any public, but they're not saying anything about suspects. So did these two people shoot at each other? That's a question we've asked. Police not answering that.
I done jumped out of my ring and forgot about my face. Who the fuck is Lil Chase? Lil Ski ain't off his face. I be wrong with this record. That's how quick the time change. Double titties on the top, the bitch a shooter any race. How the fuck that nigga run and still got hit all in his face?
Hey, welcome back to another episode of Midwest Steppas. Come on off in here, get situated. We got another situation. And it's a situation that we really need to talk about because this is crazy. What allegedly happened behind this story is atrocious. I mean, stories like this being related to children, 15, 16, 17 years of age is atrocious. These boys out here acting like this is Black Ops, Grand Theft Auto. Like, when VR come, it's probably gonna be a wrap because I think these boys are assimilated to what they done played in video games and in movies and is trying to assimilate that in real life. And some of that fall back on the OGs and the parents because it's 2026 and we gotta get caught up with the times because we need to teach it to our children so they have better options. It's so many ways to make money to the point when it's stupid, it's lame to do some of the outdated things we did to get money. Standing at the store, robbing people, snatching chains, selling drugs. It's all getting outdated, people. Not trying to preach, but that's what leads up to situations like this. Two dead teens caught up in a lifestyle. One looking up to his big brother that we all know as Faux Nick. Now, Faux Nick is the older brother to ZWilly, one of the teens that was killed in this drawdown. ZWilly is the one that allegedly made it to the hospital before he kicked it. Now, I think it's safe to say that ZWilly was already on the wrong path and influenced by that one style of life that claimed victim to so many by the style of music that he made.
It's a 50 on the drill, don't even run this, we got chase. I've been waiting on these drops to be so close to the race. I done jumped out on the ring down there, forgot about my face. Who the fuck?
You know what I'm saying? Overly drilled out, dissing the dead and carrying on. And with that being said, I guess it's safe to say the other individuals that he hang around with on the same timing that he was on. And the other team go by MBK Los. Don't ask me what MBK mean. And their real names have not been released to the public yet. Now, Faux Nick is a 22 Fox Gang member, the younger homeboy from CashGang. But recently, it seemed like Faux Nick would get a promotion to 24, and now he CashGang. And he'll have a little traction going on. His last viral moment wasn't so good though, because allegedly he shot up some people's houses and they came to return a favor and shot up his house, hitting his mother 2 times in the face. It was kids as well as adults inside of this house. The things we do can put our loved ones in danger. So you gotta be careful of how you walking and moving out here in these streets because our younger siblings are watching and they imitating. And that's one thing I can't respect about some of these dudes out here is how you gonna be loyal to a gang and you not loyal to your family. And what I mean by loyalty is having a person's best interest at mind. And if you was doing that and worried about other people, some of this stuff wouldn't happen. You would be leading your little brother not astray, but onto the right path. You will be protecting your parents and your mother by the way you carry yourself out here in these streets, especially if you ain't got enough money to get them out the way. See, it costs money to go to war, and this definitely is gonna lead to another war. But let's get into the meat and potatoes. Now, I'm gonna say allegedly because nobody knows what happened, but this is just the first round of rumors that's hitting the net, you know what I'm saying, hitting the streets. Now, Los and Willie was supposed to meet up and go mess with some females, from what I understand. But it was actually a setup by the Fox 22 niggas. You know, that's the little group that he run with. Him and his big brother, Faux Nick, that he's trying to imitate. When they got Los to the designated destination, they upped on him and tried to take his stuff. I don't know what he might have had that made them so interested or want to do that, because they were supposed to be cool for them to even be in the same vicinity. You get what I'm saying? It was some backdoor activity going on as usual. And I guess they didn't know that Los was packing and wasn't going. They say that Los was up and blow and hit Willie in the hand, saying that he blew half of his hand off and tried to bail for the back door. Now, sources say it was more people there, but when they found out that Los had a gun and the shots went off, they say the rest of them ran out the door. Now, from what I hear, the amount of shots that went off is ridiculous compared to the amount of times that they were both hit. And that's why I don't be messing with them buttons and all that rapid fire modification. Give me my good old one shot bang, you know what I'm saying? I need to be able to control each shot. I need to be able to count each shot, you know what I'm saying? Imagine you in a situation where you done made a mistake and you done squeezed the trigger and let off your whole clip, and now you don't even have a gun no more, basically. You know what I'm saying? Your ass is grass, running with that bitch. So basically, they done had a bang out inside the house, shooting each other the fuck up. Well, I don't want to oversimplify everything and what took place, because both of them end up taking multiple shots. It was rumored that ZWilly would run to the next door neighbor house and beat on the door asking for help.
I was like sitting there, and then somebody just beep, beep, beep on my door. I said, no, you can't come in here, man, you know. And I've been shot. I said, you been shot. So then my girl called the 911 and told them that he had been shot.
We're praying that after he had that interaction with the man and said, you can't come in, he actually laid down on his porch, and that's when police actually arrived, and he was taken to a local area hospital where he was pronounced deceased. Then the other victim found in the backyard was deceased right there. So
the next door neighbor was like, fuck that, I ain't letting you in here. But he did call the ambulance, and ZWilly ended up laying down on his porch until the ambulance came and picked him up. When the police finally made it to the scene, they followed a blood trail to the backyard, you know what I'm saying, is when they found the second victim. Now, ZWilly will be taken to the hospital where he had succumbed to his injuries from a loss of blood. Now, I'm gonna keep it 100. This story is still unfolding and all, so this could just as well be switched around, you know what I'm saying? The characters could be switched around, because somebody just dropped this right here, and he's saying that his brother or friend chased K. Willie, and also he took a headshot, or his head got shot off, or something like that. But you know, people be just emotional. I don't know if I take this as truth, or it could be. But check this out. Where a person will say, my brother chased ZWilly while he was running. Y'all can't say nothing. That little boy head gone, literally. Let's see the funeral, nigga. Head literally gone. Lost, I guess that's supposed to be Los, kept popping bro neck. Then he say, y'all gotta reattach ZWilly head on bro. Take pictures at the funeral. Long live my tweaker. Craziness. Some more dissing online is gonna lead to some more shit. I wouldn't be surprised if bro next. Crazy, ain't it? And then when you think about Faux Nick, he was just in the limelight not too long ago from his mother getting shot in the face 2 times. When it rains, it pours. And they also say that bad things happen in threes. So I asked that Faux Nick to be careful out here, because that's 2 of them. Unless one doesn't happen that we don't know about, then I advise you to stay on guard, young brother. But all in all, those boys were 15 and 17. My heart just goes out for those mothers, and RIP to those boys. These boys haven't even got a chance to discover themselves and know who they are. It's crazy to pass away before you even know who you are as a person. Cause I say a good 70% of these boys, it's not who they really are. They just don't know who they are. And at this point, they so weak in the mind, they spiritual veil is so weak that they easily possessed. You know what I'm saying? The music, the imagery is all forms of possession. These are tools that the devil used to possess you with the materialistic. You know, he's the king, the prince of the materialistic world, the material world. And that's what, you know, these demons use to invade these young boys' minds and have them doing all this crazy stuff. A lot of these boys are possessed by demonic thoughts and female emotions, suffering from an identity crisis and wanting to be accepted. Why else would they risk their life for clout, for rep, and the pride and ego that always come before the fall? And let me tell you something. These kids that's being reincarnated into this world right now are the warrior spirits. These are the descendants of the ancestors that died in war, that went to battle, and all they know is to put their life on the line for what they believe in. And the problem is we're not giving them nothing to believe in. And it's no longer a war of sticks and stones. It's a war now of the mental. And nobody is teaching these kids how to think, which will be the first step in even learning how to control your emotions. But y'all got the story. I won't lead you on any further. This is Midwest Steppas. Man, like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.